Alright, now that we have started off the day by threatening books, let's read. Well, hello there. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. Today we're going to be doing the book Sacrifice tag. I think it was originally created by Ariel Bissett. This is an older tag, but it's super interesting and it sounds super fun, so... And also I don't have any other ideas, so here we are. This tag is a series of questions and what book you would use to respond to those questions. And most of these questions are apocalyptic. Number 1, an overhyped book. Here's our scenario. We're starting this off with a zombie apocalypse. Let's say you're in a bookstore. I mean, chances are that if there was a zombie apocalypse, I might be in a bookstore. The odds are there. You're just browsing and then bam, zombie attack. An announcement comes over the PA system saying that the military has discovered that the zombies' only weakness is overhyped books. Well, that was fast that they figured that out. What book that everyone else says is amazing but you really hate it do you start chucking at the zombies, knowing that it will count as an overhyped book and successfully wipe them out? Oh geez. Okay, we're dealing with zombies, so I want a really thick book that will take their heads off. Oh, The Host by Stephanie Myers. Oh my gosh, this book, I think this book is worse than Twilight. Like, I don't know, Twilight is quite problematic, but there are redeeming qualities about Twilight, and I feel like The Host has zero redeeming qualities. It's just a weird, drug-induced dream the entire time, and there's nothing to redeem it. And I will be taking multiple copies of The Host and just... Of course, that might not be as great a choice because I don't think people sell The Host as much. So what's another book that's like currently for sale? It's still pretty thick that would be at bookstores. Jade City. Also Jade City. I would be taking Jade City and The Host and throwing them at the zombie heads. Jade City was long. It was like 400 pages longer than it needed to be. It would have made a great short story. Maybe. No. I just didn't like it. I think they're both really overhyped. Scenario number 2. A sequel. Let's say you've just left the salon with a smashing new haircut and boom, torrential downpour. What sequel are you willing to use as an umbrella to protect yourself? Oh man, what book would I willingly get wet in the rain? That's such a good question because for most of my life, when I'm taking a book outside, I like hide it in my jacket or underneath my shirt. Like, I spend so much time protecting books. What book would I not protect from the rain? Gosh, that's great. Oh. Gosh dang it, what is the name of the series? It's Shiver by Maggie Stiefvater. And I think this sequel is Linger. Put it right here. No. I take that one back. We're gonna do Victoria Aveyard, the Red Queen series, and I'm not sure exactly what the sequel is. I think it's the like Glass Sword. That one. I despised that series. I listened to the first book and I kept waiting for it to get better, and it got worse. It got more terrible. It was disgusting. I mean, okay. I was also reading it in the middle of the phase when I was just trying to like read for numbers. So I might like it if I gave it a little bit more of a shot. But I really didn't like the writing. I was fine with the plot, but I really hated the writing, and that's pretty rare for me. I don't normally despise the writing of an author, but I should maybe give it a second shot. Oh, that gives me shivers. Ugh. But definitely, but I don't know why I would have access to that book and not a whole bunch of other books, because normally I would be carrying books that I like. So maybe I should carry this book around just in case, you know, I get a brand new hairdo and it's gorgeous and I need to protect it from the rain, because chances are I will have a book and not an umbrella. That's actually a real fact. Yeah. The Glass Sword or whatever it is, that will be protecting my hair from all the yonder rain. Scenario number 3. A classic. Let's say you're in a lecture and your English teacher is going on and on about how this classic has changed the world, how it revolutionized literature, and you're so sick of it, and you take the book and you chuck the classic right in his face. Psh! You know what? This classic is stupid, and it's worth the tension just to show everyone how you feel. What classic did you chuck? Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. And then, not only did I chuck my book, but I picked up everybody else's copy and started chucking it at the teacher. I don't understand why this book is a classic. This book is weird. It is all over the place. I really, really hated Alice in Wonderland. And any chance I get to mock that book, I take. And I feel bad a little bit because Haley in Bookland, this is her favorite book, and she owns like 89 copies of it. And I don't get it. I don't get it. It's a drug-induced stupor. And I feel like there are lots of children's books that have been published since the 1800s, and all of them are weird. And this one, for some reason, everybody was like, let's hold on to that one. This is the weirdest of them all, and we must keep it forever and forever and find lots of deep symbolic meaning in it, when actually it's just an old guy writing about a girl on drugs. I haven't studied it in a university class. I read it just because it was a classic, and I hated every single moment of it. I think I even I got 3 chapters into Through the Looking Glass, and I went, I don't want to do this to myself. So I put it down. Oh, it just sucked so much. I would take detention for Alice in Wonderland, gladly. I would take detention. I would be so smug in detention. Number 4, your least favorite book of life. That is a pretty hefty category to be tossing around. I don't know that I have a book for that, but let's read our scenario and find out. Let's say you're hanging out at the library. Also, high chance that at the end of the world I would be at the library. When, bam, global warming explodes and the world outside becomes a frozen wasteland. Global warming explodes? So wouldn't it be hotter? Okay, but it's fine. The world becomes a frozen wasteland. You're trapped, and your only chance of survival is to burn a book. Oh dear. What is the book you run first to? Your least favorite book of all life. What book do you do not fully regret lighting? I'm going to object a little bit to this question, simply because if I'm in a library and I need to start burning books, it's not going to be based on going to my least favorite book. It's going to be I'm going to be avoiding my favorite books. So the section that I would not touch is the YA section, and probably the classic section. But if I'm like trying to survive, the very first place I'm going is all of the romance novels. Like I know that there's a section in every library where there's just like a wall of just romance novels, and it's like Harlequin novels and like Joanna Lindsay. That's all I got. That's the only romance novel the only author that I've really read. So, but like all of those books that are like mass market, easy to burn, that's the section I'm going to first. And then I'm going to all the biographies of all the political people because it's all hearsay and back and forth, and if it's the apocalypse, none of that stuff matters anymore. So I'm going to be burning all of those books. And then I'm going to the cookbooks and burning all the vegan stuff, because if it's the apocalypse, I'm going to be eating whatever I can, and the vegan cookbooks are not going to help me any. So that would be the order of which I burn things, and I know that's not what the question is asking. What book do I hate so much that I would burn it on principle and on sight? I don't know, because I really don't believe in book burning. I mean, textbooks. I would burn math books, no second thought. I would probably also burn biology books, no second thought. I don't know that there's a book, like, there are lots of books that I'm like, man, this book really sucked and I really didn't like it. But does that mean it deserves to die because of my opinion? That seems a little unfair. That seems highly emotionally irrational, which I am a creature of emotional irrationality. But I just can't think of a book that I would want to burn because I was so upset with it. Or I found it so offensive. Yeah, I got nothing. Okay, well, I guess if I encounter a book that I'm willing to burn on sight, I will let you know. Okay, that is all I have for you this week. I will talk to you all in the comments down below and in another video next week. Bye guys!